Alright, and we're back. Time to continue on appropriate and see what happens. We can go get a wish granted, or we can go find whatever it is that the doctor told us to find. Which I'm still not really sure what it is, but we'll find out when we get there. You pre-ordered Ghosts of Tsushima today. Ghost of Tsushima got Persona 5 Royale. Royale is the redo version with extra stuff, right? Is it weird? Like, shouldn't they have just done a DLC for that? Or is having a whole new game worth it? Alright, so now we meet up with the group of badass dudes.
Gentlemen, listen closely. We're going to push forward to the station.
I always love this when there's a radio voice and a proximity voice. I don't know why. I don't know what game I first heard that in, but I always like that they can do that.
The town is swarming with monolith bastards and other scum, so keep your eyes open and cover your backs.
That's it.
That's
Check
it.
your gun.
Check your
We'll
guns.
advance along the
We'll
lane.
advance
Stand by
along the
15
lane.
seconds.
Stand by 15 seconds.
Ooh, wow.
You must be the marked one.
Postman.
Barkeep spoke of you.
Chucker.
Let's try and
It's
break
Artyom
through
Chucker,
together.
the
I
number
know
2
path to
stalker.
the station. Go.
Whiner. And what's this guy's name? Oscar. Yeah, these are like the hardest dudes around. Chucker, Mason, Oscar, and none of the rest of them. Anyways, they're moving on without me. I don't know where they're going. There's 2 ways to go. Oh, that way it goes back. So yeah, we gotta go. I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't leave me behind. There's a helicopter and shit.
Look who's here, the grunts. Trying to get to the center first to skim all the cream. Guess what? We're soon
Skim
going
all
to
the
be
cream.
there too. Move it, Flash. Stop left.
I am the number 1 stalker. That dude's the number 2 stalker.
Bullseye.
You didn't see the list? I've always been number 1. Now this like city fighting and stuff, I feel like -1. Wait, there's another word for that. Like dikil nidils. It's like 1 down. Adian something. I will take this grenade. Whatever. I'm like head and shoulders above all the other stalkers around. But I do need to take some of these guys' stuff, and it's nice to have teammates. But yeah, visualizing all this fighting in the city, shooting dudes on rooftops, moving through with a squad. You could imagine a whole different game built out of what Stalker is. Like, this could have easily been a generic squad-based, quote-unquote, 90s tactical shooter. I think I was shooting at that guy, not me. I'd have been dead. There's another guy around here, but I can't tell where he's at. They're like flashlighting some guy, but I don't know where they're aiming.
That was a bit of a mauling.
Maybe they're just aiming at this guy. No, there's still someone shooting. Well, if any of these guys die, at least I know I can take their stuff. They still got their eyes up there. What weapon is that? Oh, he's got a SIG. Sweet. I like how you boys move. Just making sure I'm not missing anything while we're going this way, that's all. I don't know what you guys are aiming at. I really want to help, but I don't see it. Oh wait, I see him. 4th deck up there. Slight little window peek.
-1.
Yeah, that's right.
Take this, shithead.
Bacon pizza. Hypnotics is probably pineapple. And dude, wait, just bacon? Nothing else?
Forward.
Hold on. I just want to check this side real quick. Because I have to imagine there's some kind of stash back here, right? Or is this just to show, like, typical Ukrainian apartment complexes?
Left and right. One on the roof to the right.
I need... soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys kick ass. Keep doing what you're doing.
Got one.
Oh!
Awesome.
These guys are all green with me now, because we did work together. Let's go, loner bros. Let's go.
Behind the pipe.
And see, like, this heavy amount of scripting and stuff, this would have been, like, the Call of Duty of the time as well. You put enemies in a certain place, that way you can have enemies call out, or your allies call out exactly where they are, like that. Safe underground passage. I'm all about safe and underground and passages. I'm also all about this Groza replacing my Val. Damage is the same, accuracy is worse, but has a grenade launcher on it.
Mark 1. Follow your instincts. Good luck to you.
Oh, is this the part where you're like, oh, this is as far as we go, and you leave me alone? Because I resent you for it, but I understand. That's just how a game has to be. Just give me a second to pick up some more 9x39. Put this Groza to work. Nautic, you're not a walking bioweapon. If anything, you're a dud. You and I both know this. There's nothing going on in that system of yours. Yeah, right balcony on window. Y'all handle that. Let me check these for ammo. No extra ammo in those. Now, how does one switch to the grenade launcher? Is the question. Keybinds, keybinds. Grenade launcher is V. Okay.
Fire. Keep going.
Okay. Let's get that loaded up. Finally, a grenade launcher. It only took me the entire game.
Underground car park. We must be right in the center of Pripyat. Keep quiet. Monolith's headquarters are close by. Move on. We're about to make it to the station.
Now I gotta fight more Monolith people. And we're doing it with a non-suppressed rifle this time around. There's an artifact over there, and I want it. But something tells me I don't need it. Let's at least look and see. See what it is. Pretty sure that's one that would help with my bulletproofing. Which might help a lot right now. I think we're gonna keep what we got. Alright, let's move forward with these guys. Yeah, I've been doing all the work. I have to imagine there's a mod that's just this, like just squad-based tactic shooting going on. These guys are shooting in cracks and things. These guys are great. Alright, let me see the work you guys did. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good and dead. Good job. Good job. High fives all around. What does this guy have? Got that stalker juice. Yeah, some of that. We're not overweight again, but we're overweight because we're carrying good stuff that we kind of need. So, I'm fine with that. And it's not like we're not going to use it all up while going through this anyways. Y'all stay with these 45s, don't you? Alright, so we got backup guns for our backup guns. And I cannot talk to anybody. So I can't... Oh, I can. Hello, Oscar. You're on the top of the list. You're one of the top 20 stalkers. Would you like to buy a slime? You would. Thank you. Would you like to buy a jellyfish? You would. That's absolutely awesome. Enjoy. Every time I sold one of those to him, the lightning just like went off at the perfect moment. Alright, so I can't talk to the rest of you. You guys are all the guns you're ever gonna need. I think this is the part where you drop me off, and I have all the ammo I can carry without being too overweight. We have no new updates here. We have no new updates here. Yeah. There's nothing else. Well, it's just us now. Ah, great. Hey, do you guys want to come help? I mean, it's just around the corner. You could do a little shooting, you'd be done before you knew it. $7-in-1 as a penetration cartridge is supposedly, like, off the charts. Whoa, what was that? What is that? That he's shooting at me? That must be the Gauss rifle. Stalkers are what everyone is called in the zone, and the concept comes from the novelization, or the book, and then is expanded a little bit more in the movie, which the writers of the book helped with. So stalkers don't belong to any faction, they are just everybody. People that go into the zone with certain goals in mind, they're all stalkers. And there's an acronym to it, but I think just the concept of a stalker is as being the people that explore the zone looking for treasures or just to have a new life. Like Bez, he was getting away from military life. There was other people here that are just getting away from jail. I think that concept in mine is a lot stronger than what the acronym means, but the acronym still holds true. That concept as well. That guy was valing, definitely. Ah, man. Getting those, Modern Warfare multiplayer vibes right now from being in the middle of all these apartment buildings. And we've re-upped on our grenades, so that's good. Oh. Well, I mean, if there was a time to have to fight snipers and a weapon to do it with, I'm glad we brought our SVD. Because it seems perfect for the task. Alright, find the path to Chernobyl NPP, sneak into the sarcophagus. So we still have to get through this entire city. Although, there is some secret stuff for us to pick up in this hotel first. So we're going to work our way towards the hotel. Find out whatever it was that the doctor was talking about. Ah, nah. What was that? Oh, it's just snorts. Yo, why are you so OP? That's bad. I want to switch weapons, but I don't have time to. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted to. There's still civilization, just not in the confines of the zone. Indeed. The background of this is that there was a second. Remember, the novel was written before the actual Chernobyl incident happened in real life, which makes it even scarier that someone kind of predicted it, you know? The book... No, not the book. The game takes another account saying that, yeah, the Chernobyl incident happened as people remember it, but that there was a second incident which caused all this stuff to happen. And yeah, it's just going into the zone that people encounter this stuff. It's not like everywhere, all over Ukraine. Or in other parts of the bordering towns. At least that's how I understand it, I believe. Goodness gracious. Alright, got 5 medkits, got 22 bandages, so I'll use a few bandages. We got them to spare. Snorks, man! Ah, great. There's another guy shooting at me. Ah, man, the accuracy on this thing sucks, I forgot. I'm gonna have to, like, rush him and get closer while I'm super low stamina. Boy. Okay, we got this. Just gotta take his position, make it our own. Man, getting upstairs takes forever, though. Alright, that put him down. Alright, we should be, yeah, we're adjacent with the hotel we're trying to get to right now. A lot of bad stuff going on out there, including someone shooting an RPG. I believe they shot it at us, but yeah, that tree is in the way, so they're not hitting us. And remember, we're still holding our own RPG in case of emergency, plus we have the grenade launcher. Let's avoid that for now, see how we can get into the hotel from this side. Oh, picking up radiation, somehow. Well, Tarkov, even though they've talked about having radiation events and zones and even radiation as like a declination effect on your health. They haven't introduced any of that. I think a lot of that comes from inspiration from S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but it has not in any way come into being to affect the gameplay of Tarkov yet. Tarkov does borrow the same concept of having an exclusionary zone, but in Tarkov, the exclusionary zone is caused by more of a political military incident than it is an actual like nuclear and biological incident. I think I found the room. Picking up a little radiation. Maybe I should put my crystal back on. That should hopefully handle that. Yeah, that's lowering the radiation level. And then my healing should take over after that, so. Let's take our time with the hotel room and see what's going on. Some kind of device. Oh, a suit. I could use a better suit. Because my suit is worn to hell. Yeah, now we're talking. Throw this one away. Yeah, that's a lot of resistance points. I like that. What's the night vision look like? Oh, it's the crappy green! Alright, well, hopefully we don't need night vision. I don't know what I just picked up. It's not a PDA. Pripyat stash. The stash contained a short report on how Feng and I, so Feng was one of S.T.A.L.K.E.'s boys, along with Ghost, infiltrated the underground galleries under the station sarcophagus and found a suspicious-looking door. Feng said that he put together a decoder for the electronic lock for our next visit. After that, we had to run for our lives. There were hordes of monolith patrols there. Well, I also found the decoder in the stash and directions for finding the door. However, it seems that approaching the monolith is extremely dangerous. Last time we avoided going under the sarcophagus, above the destroyed reactor, and it seems that's where the monolith is. Oh. What's up, Jesse? How are you doing? I was just thinking about you. I was thinking about you, unfortunately, because of some unfortunate things that have been going on in a community that you and I were once a part of. But maybe it's for the better that we're no longer, like, super involved with those people, you know what I mean? In any case, I don't mean to talk about drama. I like to keep the tea in my cup. How are you doing, Tristan? I feel like through you using Good's emotes, that Goods is actually... I say Goods, Goody, and Goody. I feel like she's actually paying attention to me through you. So thank you for feeding that. Task complete, secret stash at Pripyat. Alright, so we got everything we need, right? I just told you about the stash. Nothing PDA pops on this. But I'm guessing this is the decoder, and this is the decoder for getting in the door. Do the objectives remain the same? Find the path to Chernobyl MPP, so we're still going to the Chernobyl plant, nuclear power plant, the same way. We're still breaking in, getting into the sarcophagus, and there's still a bunch of fighting going on outside. Some of which does not involve me at the moment. Huh? Well, I don't know what happened to Feng. I guess his body isn't in here. I'm like, we found Ghost's body. So Feng might still be alive. But he's definitely not in here. That or he died elsewhere after he finished the decoder. I do think it's cool that even though you don't need to go around this whole hotel place or apartment building, that there's a lot of it that you can explore. And like, it was cool how we popped up in there via the adjacent hotel and then going through the windows and stuff on the roofs. I thought that was pretty dope. What's new with me? Nothing big. And I guess partly EV community, partly just sort of retro speedrunning community. A lot of stuff going on there that I want no part of. But all that's been new with me is chasing these stalker dreams, my boy. We have like 5 rounds of SP5 we don't even really need to use. We're just going to drop that way we don't switch in between those. What we're using now is SP6, which both SP5 and SP6 should be like straight up penetrators. PAB 9 was made to, like, specifically for the VSS, but we can still use it in this rifle and the Groza, since it's the calibers, right? So we got friendlies out there, but this is the way we need to go. And just like the real one in Ukraine, around the Chernobyl complex, you have... Yeah, this is something that's been repeated in a lot of video games since. But this is iconic. This is iconic scenery. Especially with the Ferris wheel and everything. Like the park where people used to be at. And all these places where people used to live. Mostly the workers that were at the Chernobyl plant before the incident. Whoa! Okay. RPG hit right. RPG dude hit his mark. I should have known what that damn noise was. RPG guys gotta go. Forgot I can't run with us. Drink a soda, baby. Okay, okay. Get some cover. Get loaded back up. Alright, Gauss rifle guys down. And yes, hypnotic penetrators. Everyone loves penetrators. This guy's shooting somebody, and that is a duty guy, so that's one of mine. Or, not really one of mine, but I'm on friendly terms with them, so we should be able to get by. I think we can sneak over here to the right, up this ramp. Might get a bead through this building, which will get us through there closer. Maybe, if we can jump over this. Also, I picked up a snort foot. I don't think I have anyone to sell that to at this point in the game. I'm gonna just drop that. Ah, man. Okay, so never mind. You can't just, like, jump through this window. Unfortunately. I thought it'd be a cool way to go through this. Is that an enemy? That's an enemy. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Sorry, my dude. I couldn't let you live. All behind me and ish. So luckily the soldiers that have been storming through here from duty have been carving quite a path for us. Oh, what did I just pick up that I didn't want to pick up? I don't know what it was, but it seems to be too late. I just wanted to eat some tourist delight, that's all. Oh, you can still move in inventory? I guess if you hit inventory while you're moving and you hold W, you can still walk forward. I didn't realize that. This was a monolith dude, veteran. He had some ammo on him. I think I have enough 545 to survive. I'm gonna stop picking it up because of the weight. But I am going to pick up the medkits. That sniper's down. There's still an RPG guy way over there. He did pretty good damage to us, so we want to be careful as we move forward. All these dead guys we find, we'll take their bandages off of them. I always want to see Pripyat in person. I think it'd be kind of surreal to see a large city basically devoid of life. I mean, the radiation has died down enough now to where there are tours and stuff, right? And if I recall correctly, the touring programs help to, you know, pay a little bit back to the city, whereas they used to just be like street urchin tours that would be taking advantage of people, and it would be super illegal and super unsafe. Now I think there are legitimate ones. It's just that they have like certain zones that are quarantined off, and you can't be a person that already has their yearly limit of radiation dosage, so that you don't overdo it with the ambient radiation around. As for the sarcophagus itself, oh, it's a huge anomaly attached to the whole Ferris wheel. How smart. The sarcophagus itself, I don't think anyone's allowed to access it, because it's still bleeding off radiation. And there's something on Twitter, if I recall correctly, like a bot someone set up, that actually counts or keeps track of the amount of radiation that should be in there, just by running an algorithm, and it says like when it will be safe one day, which is pretty cool. It reminds people, you know, lessons to be learned about that kind of stuff as we push towards the future. There are lots of enemies in there. I'm not gonna mess with them, because I'm already past them. Also, I drank all of my S.T.A.L.K.E.R sodas, so we're just gonna have to move forward without them. Hopefully RPG man is down. But yeah, Drizzy, welcome to the end of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. At least I think it's the end. Have you ever been into the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games, or anything derivative of them? Avengara? I don't know what that means. Is the sarcophagus safe.com that just says no? Doesn't it have a counter though and stuff for it though? Oh wow, look at this. Whoa, crashed helicopters and whoa, what are those? Oh, those are hogs. They're getting lifted into the anomalies. Oh yeah, Drizzy, did you get the code to turn that off? For the headbot. Don't worry, Hypnotic, we'll make it happen one day. So if you notice, they have like a minefield, it's natural. They have explosives and their weapons guarding in place, but they also have just straight up assault on Chernobyl. They have just straight up anomalies everywhere, and there were tons of artifacts, which if you imagine everyone was trying to get here to rush Chernobyl, the Chernobyl plant. Oh. Whoever they're talking to sounds like it's not meant for me. But yeah, if everyone was like rushing this way, that makes sense because... Great, I think we have helicopters to deal with now. That makes sense that there's more artifacts and more anomalies this way because it's all the source of radiation. It's where the most stuff is, and it's where everyone's jumping into the radiation. These are all pre-rendered bodies, so not the kind of bodies that we can loot. There's someone shooting at me, I don't know where from. I'm gonna try to run to get some cover here. See if I can grab some of that artifact. Give up the booty. Uh-oh. What's up, Mad Havoc? It's been a good little while since I played through this. Probably your favorite overall in the series. The first game? This is my first time, so I'm glad to finally make it here, you know? Also, what did I just pick up? Good to meet you at it. It's a gravy. I don't care about that. Hope there's not like some in-game surprise. It's like, yeah, if you brought all of your artifacts to the in-game, you get a super secret ending. With the way I've been selling them and dropping them. Poor guy. I see it too, I see. That's unfortunate news. I thought there was like a Twitter bot that was tracking it. That guy's definitely not my friend. Also, helicopters. I wonder what's here that they need all the heavy firepower, you know? Seems like dealing with a few ground troops wouldn't be a big deal. Okay, the anomalies are definitely stronger because that was lightning. And I think that lightning just... Oh. Yeah, that helicopter got trapped in one of the larger anomalies around here. I mean, we already ran into an anomaly that took up the entire Ferris wheel, so it makes sense. I need that. It's pretty bad, Tristan. It's pretty bad. Oh! Okay, you totally do have to fight helicopters. I knew it. I knew they wouldn't put us through this whole game where you're like running away from them all along, and then you wouldn't fight any of them. There we go. And this thing's empty. Luckily we can get more 54 rimmed ammunition off of him. I'm guessing this is scripted, and we probably won't be able to do much to them. But let's get a move on before they get to the point where they're shooting at us. Alright, so that one goes down. The other two are farther back. I'm getting hit with mad radiation. They haven't turned around to shoot at me yet, but there's a lot of soldiers in front. Those guys just got blown up. Woo! This is a bad idea. These are monolith guys. The military guys with the helicopters should be shooting at them, right? Unless monolith also has helicopters. Somehow. Which I doubt. What'd I pick up, by the way? Stoneflower, second one. So if we're not worried about radiation, we could stop worrying about bleeding and worry more about bulletproofing. Random guy hung from a tree. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I thought it would be the same as... like, if Monolith is defending this place like crazy, hanging people from trees is sometimes what you do to... like, if somebody happens to make it in, you're like, hey, this is obviously a bad spot for you. Turn away, go away, don't come here. So I thought it was something like that, but it seems like if they had the Brain Scorcher up, then why even bother, right? But maybe that was pre-Brain Scorcher, I don't know. That's an enemy. And it's an enemy with a Dragunov. Oh! This is bad. We're not gonna make it. So maybe it was, like, deterrents they put up before the Brain Scorcher was built. Unless the Brain Scorcher was built before all this really got here, and I really don't know. In any case, I need to avoid the helicopter. But I'm too slow, because I forgot I didn't kill these guys yet. And I'm out of soda. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Something has to go. We need to make concessions. Oh! Nope. Not gonna make it like that. Okay, we need to make a new plan. We avoided the helicopters last time by rushing this way. Check that out. Make sacrifices. Okay, do what we gotta do. Where'd these guys go? Oh, wow, that shoots way farther than I thought. I'm gonna save that last one in case we ran into a controller or something. Got tripped. Of course. Well, if anything, they definitely sold a feeling of desperation here at the end. But guess I didn't finish clearing it. Yeah, they weren't kidding about the lack of accuracy on this thing. That didn't sound good. That's helicopter. Stay away from me, helicopter. There's a lot of these guys going up. Yeah, definitely can't sit here forever. That's a lot of guys. Alright, I gotta go. Okay, here's what we do. Beef that up. Get loaded. Oh wow, that's all the ammo we have left for this. Beef up the endurance. Pick that up. Run through here. Oh, that's a BMP. Can't run that way. Nope. Alright, this was a bad idea. Where am I and where was I supposed to go? Yeah, where is Q at the moment? I don't even know where I am on the map. But it's obviously in the wrong place. If I'm somewhere over here, I need to work my way down the street. Not... We came in this way, so we've been working towards the buildings. We made it to the buildings. We should now be working down the street. Going towards the buildings was a bad idea, and that's why I'm all shot up now. Also, all that ammo we were saving, it went pretty quickly. Couldn't make it out of that. Hopefully the last save I did is in a smart place. Smarter, relatively. Okay, pull this down, put this up. Need to make the run a little bit better. There's a hole in the fence, I'll take it. If I can stop getting rocketed for a minute. Oh, that's explosives in the hole in the fence. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make that. If I had seen those before, we could have rushed through. I was trying to knife a box of dynamite. Alright, how does one even set these off? That didn't do anything. Okay, maybe this hole is already accessible. It is. And rifle jabs. Of course it is. Haddock, what other games do you play besides S.T.A.L.K.E.R? Oh, BMP. Yeah, nah. I'm good, dude. They keep talking to... Maybe there's a different word that sounds like it, but it sounds like they keep talking to Artyom on the helicopter radio, which makes me think that Artyom is actually here. Alright, we're... Oh. Not a good place. Getting shot by Gauss rifle. Empty rifle. Good to go. It's a lot of dudes. Oh, wow. That's more guys than I thought were out there. That hurt quite a bit. I've never heard of Brigador, though. I also am not going to hear anything again after all these explosions. I could really use some more allies. What? What is this? Alright, I don't know what this timer is about, but... Seems like we need to get a move on. I also don't know what shot a rocket at me from behind that container, but I'm not happy about it. I was hoping the explosions would take care of somebody, but... Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, there's so many of you guys! Ah, crap. That grenade's inside. Crap, I don't know where I'm going. Alright. If we made it through like half of this. Wasn't expecting you guys, to be completely honest. The numbers, Reznov? What do they mean? Reznov's not the numbers guy. I have to imagine we're decently going the right way though. Since we're still running into guys. 5 minutes, Audrey. We gotta make it in 5 minutes. We gotta get in. Task failed, camp defense. Like, I care about that right now. Meat chunk, which we probably don't need. That's an anomaly, not an artifact. Still got a helicopter to worry about. Alright, looks like we made it to the barricade. That helicopter just got hit with an anomaly. It looks like that one's landing. I've been very positive about this game so far, but if I had played this in 2007, I would have thought this ending was ridiculous. Would you die, please? Okay. Uh oh. Bad day. I don't have ammo left. Screw it. I'm in. Alright, I ain't got time to worry about that. I don't know what this 3 minutes until blowout is about, but I know I need to go somewhere. Oh, here we go. Something to go underground. I hope that doesn't mean I have 3 minutes to finish the entire game, because yeesh, I don't even know where I'm at. Oh no, it was just out there. So maybe the blowout's still at your local Sears. Maybe that was something like they were going to wipe out the top part, like the surface, all the helicopters and stuff. I have no idea.
Твое желание скоро исполнится. Иди ко мне.
What you want is here. Come. Or come here, or something like that. I knew some of those words. I do know it is dark. I do know that my night vision will not help.
Путь завершен, человек.
I know that this voice in my head is loud. I know that I don't have ammo for this, only... No, I don't have any grenades for it either. Ooh. So we used up everything we had to get here. G36 it is then.
Твое желание скоро исполнится. Иди ко мне.
Geiger counter going crazy. Dark and spooky stuff everywhere. Limited ammunition. Oh! What was that?
Твоя цель здесь. Иди ко мне.
There are spikes on this wall. Sure, they're holding the wire up. That doesn't make them less spooky. Or dangerous. I I don't even see this guy shooting at me. There he is. That hurt.
Иди ко мне. Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
He's dead. Okay, so they still have monolith guys inside here. Not yet spooky things. Well, somewhat. I think it's the Wishmaker talking to me directly, Audrey. I'm not sure.
Пришло время. Я вижу твое желание.
Also, if you notice the PDA tells us that there are like 16 guys around us. Boss rounds. Okay, so we finally get to use one of these things. Hopefully it's very strong and it helps us get through this part very easily.
Путь завершен, человек.
There's a
Иди
nice
ко
scope on
мне.
it. One type of ammo. One type of fire rate. No wonder I couldn't get one of these for 800 rubles. The rubles. The rubles. The rubles.
Иди ко мне. Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
Oh, it's just a Suzette scope on top of it. I see you. I can't see your head though. Ah, don't move. There we
Путь
go.
завершен, человек.
Now that's
Иди ко мне.
a slug through. You are the right man, I think. Only knew 2 of those words. I don't know if anybody's in there, but I'm gonna let that grenade check.
Твое желание
indeed.
скоро исполнится. Иди ко мне.
Swear I will never go hungry again. So there's a room back there to go down. The reset on this thing I'm not used to yet. Ah, great. Ah. The amount of time it takes for the rifle to get back ready, it seems like we should just engage with it at long range. Close range, it seems like it's gonna do us some harm.
Иди ко мне. Ты обретешь то, что
Stick.
заслуживаешь.
Definitely put you in a kill or be killed situation. It also seems like wherever you fire it leaves a little bit of residual radiation. Oops. I knew it.
Решается. Иди ко мне.
That did not do anything to him. We'll take your shotgun, broski. Might need that.
Твое желание скоро исполнится. Иди ко мне.
Of course, you left nothing in it. Groza ammo? I like it.
Пришло время. Я вижу твое желание.
I think I got that guy. I hope I got that guy. Alright, load me up, fam.
Вознагражден будет только один.
Oh, whoa, whoa! I couldn't even see you around the corner, dude. Audrey, are you still at work? Don't have the ammo for this guy. Take that. Reload.
Путь завершен, человек.
So, rip indeed, that's
Иди
her.
ко мне.
Oh, but not on full auto. Washing clothes now, good stuff. Reload. Get ready for it this time.
Твоя цель здесь. Иди ко мне.
Ah! I did not have enough left in that magazine. You need heartbeat to kill Anomaly, right? You need to actually be alive. And dude, how are you doing, Frost?
Вознагражден будет только один.
Stalker один. Number one stalker. Stalker one. One stalker. I don't know. I'm just saying what I want to hear out of this voice. I don't know what he's actually trying to tell me. You!
Твоя цель здесь.
I am
Иди
out of
ко
medkits. I've used up all of my medkits. Oh, hopefully they got some supplies in here, because I've been fighting way too hard to get in here. You were struggling? Yesterday was a rough day at
Путь
Tarkov.
завершен, человек. Иди ко мне.
Struggling is part of the game, so I hope you enjoyed yourself, at the very least. Why do I not have my radiation resistance? It's not enough. Between this suit and the crystal, I guess. Just because of how far back we are here. Oh! That's precise.
Вознагражден будет только один.
Shooting in between there. Very precise. Impressed I am. We haven't seen vodka in years, and now's the time we actually could have used some extra. Oh my gosh, that's a fat boy.
Путь завершен, человек. Иди ко мне.
He's down. Guy's also down. This is terrible. We're in a situation where we've used up nearly all of our supplies. These guys' bodies just keep disappearing.
Иди ко мне.
And we're running, like, rampant on radiation. And of course we're hanging out with these dudes who have no need of anti-radiation medicine. And I feel like I should have brought more. Also, that looked like an FS-2000. Or an FN-2000.
Иди ко мне.
Oh, I picked it up.
Ты
Interesting.
обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
Don't have any grenades for it, fortunately. I'll use it up. I imagine since I haven't seen one until now that it's gotta be better than what I have. I need to up my bulletproofing. It's the only way I'm gonna make it out
Твой
of here.
путь завершается.
Along with
Иди ко
anti-bleeding.
мне.
It happens, Frost. It's just all about it. Alright, radiation medicine, good to go. You got any grenades in that thing, my dude? Does not. I will take the ammo though. Even if it's bad ammo. It's
Твоя
still
цель
decent.
здесь.
How much damage does this do?
Иди ко мне.
Can make it work. Go to me. Come to me. Something of that nature. 9x9. 39, I'll take it. Make sure this thing is loaded up. All day. Still got the RPG for emergencies.
Пришло время.
Trying not to bust
Я
that load too
вижу
early.
твое желание.
You know, the objective is the other way. Why am I going this way? Maybe I should have gone the other way. Or maybe they go the
Иди ко
same thing.
мне. Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
Finally got a FN-2000, probably one of the first games that appeared in full light glory, and then can't even see it because we're in the dark.
Путь завершен, человек. Иди ко мне.
I don't think mud is of any of our concern while we're down here. Frost. I don't know what happened to their AI. They went from straight slaughtering me to standing around and looking while I killed them.
желание скоро исполнится.
Also, we do have Gauss rifle.
Иди ко мне.
It's got 13 rounds for it. So we've got a few power weapons we can pull out. We go up against more exos. Maybe you shot the main one in the AI module? Oh, and it shut down the rest of them?
Иди ко мне.
Possibly.
Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
I don't know if that dude's dead and just freaking out, or if he's alive and his light is from him moving around. Looks like it was the latter. Goodness gracious, recoil on this thing. I do like that they put in the extra work to put a
Путь
grenade sight
завершен,
above
человек.
that grenade launcher.
Иди ко мне.
Nice little detail work. Woo! Shotgun bros. Oh, come on, man. Vodka. Gimme. That's not vodka, is it?
Иди ко мне. Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
I can't tell if I'm hitting him or not. And me. It's no more medkits. And nothing to stop radiation. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, Gauss rifle, railgun. Similar concept. Not to mention, probably same thing. Railgun would be like the generic version. Gauss would be named after somebody, I believe. So it's like the difference between like a car and a Ford. That's my understanding of it. I might be completely wrong. I thought Gauss had like a methodology, whereas like a railgun was the concepts. Ah, what? Not exactly. What is it then? Gauss is not a dude that just made
Иди ко
a
мне.
railgun.
Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
You know what the weirdest, scariest part of all this is? We're making progress, we're killing people. But if you asked me where I was, I couldn't tell you anything. If you asked me where I was trying to go, no idea.
Твое
do know
желание
that bottle of
скоро
vodka is a trap.
исполнится.
Gauss uses magnetic coils, rail uses parallel bars, hence rail. Ah, so that explains the coils that wrap around this type, as well as in the Halo type. I did not realize that. So the concept of magnetic propulsion is the concept. How to do it is the difference.
Твоя цель здесь. Иди ко мне.
And then what's making all the fighting harder is the fact that you got this dude whispering sweet nothings in your ear every few seconds. No radiation medicine. Die like
Пришло
men.
время. Я вижу твое желание.
Everyone knows a little about something. That's how we as a human. Oh! We as humanity come to know many things. Everyone has to know a little. Open it using the decoder. Open what? I don't see anything, but I guess I
Твое
made it.
желание скоро
Exosuit!
исполнится.
Hell yeah!
Иди ко мне.
I'm Exo Man now, and this does not really help me as much as I would like to with the radiation. So, it does help me a lot with defense. Maybe we wear our suit till we figure out what's going on here? No. We have to wear the Exo, so... Look at
Иди
the
ко
suit broken apart.
мне.
We'll just have to deal with the radiation
Ты
as we go.
обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
Ah, door. Okay. A little bit of ammunition. Decode the door. 28 seconds. Wait, I mean... Oh, what's all that?
Твое желание скоро исполнится.
Yeah, I don't like
Иди
this.
ко мне.
It's like spawning dudes in behind me that I can't even really see. You know what? They don't see me. I'm just gonna stay hidden. Well, I was going to until it looked like one was coming this way.
Иди ко мне. Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
I could just run through the door, but I feel like if I kill all of them, I can get some very needed ammo and equipment. Yeah, it is when we have a long hallway to shoot down and dudes are lining up for us. Didn't really work so much in the CQB arena.
Путь завершен, человек.
Ah,
Иди ко мне.
I like over adjusted. Alright, let's see if we can grab a bunch of stuff off of these heavy dudes. Now that we're rocking exosuit as well. That might help us moving forward.
Твой путь завершается. Иди ко мне.
Instead of just running away from them. One thing, I don't think I've mentioned it during the whole playthrough, but I do appreciate, is that every time you check a body, and you're pulling stuff off the body, like, twitches a little bit, as if you're actually having a rifle through their pockets. Did not mean to pick that up. Just making sure I checked all three of these guys. They were all laying on each other.
Ты обретешь то, что заслуживаешь.
Alright. Alright. Wait, what's way back here? Oh, it's nothing. It's just where you guys spawned in with the light. Nice SVDs. Those are G36. Oh, you mean SVD, yes. My bad. I read that as like plural. It's one that I grabbed off of a guy, or I might have bought it, and I brought my own, and I decided to keep it. And, oh, with the EXO, our weight limit is raised. That's how we're carrying all this stuff. Without being weighed down. Makes sense.
Твое желание скоро исполнится.
Can't close the door behind me.
Иди ко мне.
Don't know what's back here. We decoded this door, but I don't know what we came back here to do. Task complete. Secret lab. Sounds like we still got people to deal with, though. Monolith secret wish granter. So either one of these we get to would be an objective. And there's, of course, kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R, which is not going to happen, because we are S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Unless they just mean getting ourselves killed. In case we've accomplished that task many times. Alright, I got armor-piercing stuff out the wazoo. I got Gauss rifle. I got 5.56 to back it up for a conventional fight. I just need to make it through here alive. I don't even know where I'm going. But I don't know what y'all's obsession is with the G36, but if you like it, whatever. I love it. Enjoy your rifle that has been passed over for other rifles for nearly 2 decades now. Oh, Gauss rifle empty. Got 1 round in the SVD. There it is. That was it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't think I need to carry this thing anymore. I hope not. I doubt I'm getting more ammo for it. Seriously, how are we walking into this situation where there's literally... It's a T intersection. Or I guess it's a full intersection, and there's enemies alongside in a T pattern. Absolute nonsense. Knowing my luck, that's probably exactly what will happen, Frost. Especially in this game. That's how it's been happening the whole time. Alright, looks like we need to pick a side and just dig deep. I just hate that these suits all have the military style of night vision, which sucks. Would have preferred the other part. Purple night vision for the win. Ah! Green night vision is for suckers. Nah, you live with it. Slug. Oh! Why is that hitting places like shot? Oh, he had it like loaded with slugs and shot or something. Because it said both of them. 3 medkits, I don't want to waste them. Oh! But now it's not a waste. Knew it. This guy's looking a little light for a mono boy. Anton Bumper. Shouldn't monolith guys be wearing, like, former stuff just like the zombies? Because they all come from a faction, right? So shouldn't they all be wearing their former faction's gear? Okay, I thought I had more cover on that wall, and that's why I wanted to duck behind it. Was not so. Yeah, Hypnotic makes a good point. It's kind of like the MP5. MP5 is still sweet, but if you buy one in today's US politics and laws, then you don't really get the benefit of the roller delayed system. Same with the Vector. With the inertia, like, redirection system that it uses for low recoil, all that stuff is meant for full auto, and, like, when you can't shoot these things on full auto, they kind of lose their advantage of whatever proprietary recoil system they have. And with that loss of advantage also comes the disadvantages of, in the MP5's case, just that it's old. Interfacing with newer stuff is kind of harder. Magpul added all that crap to it to make it a little bit easier, but it's still, you're still messing with an older system that you have to get special mounts for, whether it's stuff on the muzzle end, optics, different stock, stuff like that. The Vector, while it is more modern and has a lot of that stuff accounted for, is still a very weird, awkward sized piece of machinery that makes up for that by being a very controllable and full auto. And when you take away that, now you just have a big, awkward piece of machinery that shoots 9s, 40s, or 45s for whatever reason. And I mean, if you want it, it's your call. I just think that, given those limitations of not being able to have the full auto version here in the US, that there's now no reason to put up with the disadvantages. Now, if you just like it, that's fine. Get yourself one, if you just like it. Yeah, I can't hang around here and get shot by Gauss rifle. That ain't gonna work. I do want that Gauss ammunition. But yeah, even though I'm making this sentiment, I want to make it clear, like, hey, if you just want something, you want it. Like, take it. Go get it. It's just when we explain, like, why it is, why not, that's the reason why not. I can't tell if that guy's actually there, or if he's shooting at me from behind the door. No, he's there. Almost wanted to put that RPG on him. Almost. I don't know what this guy is shooting, but hey, we found our way behind this door, so we're slowly making our way around. Somebody's shooting at something with a shotgun, and I don't know what. It might just be one of those things where they clip through, and this guy's body is here. I thought it disintegrated. Get a little bit more food. I will never go hungry. Man, I thought the ending was a lot closer than this. We've been trekking around for a while. 7 bandages, 2 medkits. If we're safe here, then we can pull for these bodies. These guys were dug in pretty heavily. They had another suit? Seems like. Yeah. Hold on, what is this? It's also an exoskeleton, and compared to the one I'm wearing, it's in better condition, so I might as well throw it on. Why not? Gauss rifle. Take the ammo, spec up the rifle itself. Compare conditions. This one's in terrible condition. And it didn't have any ammo in it anyways. Let's get this loaded up. Ooh, fireball, which I don't need that at all. I guess it decreases radiation. Maybe we'll hit a point where we actually need it. It doesn't hurt to carry it for now. And if they're giving it to us this late in the game, knowing that we're not going to run back and sell it, maybe it's a little bit of a hint. Then again, all those other artifacts are outside, and I'm pretty sure those weren't useful. Those were... I thought those were mostly for, yeah, it's like the buckshot. I do have a shotgun. I thought those were mostly for the completeness of the world building, saying like, hey, the artifacts and anomalies are heaviest in this area. Oh, yeah. Rat nose sniffed it out. Are these sable slugs? What is this? Dart rounds. Ah, never mind. Why not? I'll try it out. But we've been fighting soldiers for so long. It seems like after a while of this, this is when you would get hit with some mutants to mix things up and to keep the player uneasy. Or, like I've been saying the whole game, which for some reason has only happened maybe 1 or 2 times, at least in our experience, is have you fighting soldiers and have mutants come by and mess the soldiers up, attacking them and scaring you at the same time. You know that game, Hypnotic, you know how it goes. I do like in Golden Kamuy how they have Arasaka show up. That was a fun scene. See, someone else is shooting there and it's by their tracking through this wall. Nothing I can do about that. Another military suit. This one's in good condition. Let's compare. Also, my watch is going off. One moment. So right now I've got good protection against bullets, explosions, not so good against radiation. This one does better overall, but not so much against bullets. Plus I lose the ability to carry more weight. So I think I will keep the exosuit, and we'll just drop the military suit. Also, I don't know what those dart rounds are meant to do, but I did not really enjoy their performance. The speed at which you can shoot the shotgun seems to be its... Oops. Seems to be its greater feature. Those are Type 38, I believe I own 99s. Nice choice. Though, holding the shotgun is going over our weight limit, and I don't really like that. So, let's go ahead and... we'll just leave it behind. We've got plenty of rifle ammo, as well as other weapons to utilize for the time being. And fighting these guys, I don't think we're in any chance of, like, running out. 45s, more dart rounds. We got to use them once, I think that's enough. It's like, guys. Gauss rifle would be cooler if they let you shoot through multiple people. Just saying. I do like the insta headshot though. I wonder if it is possible to actually get a Gauss rifle before this point in the game, or if it's just an in-game device. End-game device. I know somebody's still alive in here. What are you holding? Where's your gun? Is this your gun? Give me that. Oh, someone else walking around. You see, my friend, in the book of your life, there is no sequel. Oh! Caught me over here doing cool stuff. Y'all want to do cool stuff too? My bad. I didn't mean to leave you out. One of these is mine. Ooh, not what I wanted to do. Can't get rid of it. It's like I'm too afraid to stop picking up ammo because I don't know when we're gonna run low again, especially when we had that experience just getting into this place. But it does feel like things are tightening up and getting easier, possibly because of the suits we've been gifted. So we might be able to get by without scrounging around for a while. So I'm gonna make this next guy I pick up from, it's gonna be the last guy I pick up anything from. No, I'm not even gonna get anything off him. Also, looks like we may have made it to the end of where we wanted to be. Therefore, RPG time. What the hell is this? The door closed behind me, that's... yeah, that's not pleasant. Spooky floating thing. Will be that save. If it gives us any lip, we'll hit it with the RPG. Same strategy as Hypnotic's wedding party. It looks like there's nowhere else to go. Can I shut it down? Some controls or something? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's see what it is. I don't want to walk into it now. Unless that's literally the only thing I can do. There's another set of doors here. And they have bullet holes all in them. No switches. Huh. Do we... oh! Okay, maybe that's what we do. Just in case, though. What about... nah. Nothing to do there. I didn't say you had a wedding, I'm saying like for the future. Also... oh, hello. Oh, it's this thing. I remember you. From last time. Fire ghost. Yeah.
Installation power level falling. Attention. Power units damaged. Installation power level falling.
What is the objective right now? The monolith secret?
Power level falling.
I mean, this thing is projecting the monolith, right? But we're not at it, because we saw it in a vision. We know what it looks like. And this ain't it. Ah, more of these. I guess there's one for every two you blow up, it seems like. Critical level indeed. Ah, another one. Man, this thing seems a lot sturdier than it was when we fought it using our Desert Eagle. Task failed. Wish granter. Task complete. Monolith secret. Oh, so you could only do one or the other. Interesting.
Hello, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I see you have many questions for me. Well, ask them, and then we can decide what to do with you.
Who are you?
We are the result of an experiment aimed at creating a super consciousness called sea consciousness. The consciousnesses of 7 volunteers were connected during the experiment, leading to the creation of the super consciousness that is us. We immediately subordinated those who were conducting the experiment and assigned them to tasks we needed them to carry out. According to our calculations, Earth is surrounded by a special informational field, the so-called noosphere. It includes all the inhabitants of the planet with cognitive abilities. Our main goal was to make small adjustments to the noosphere, allowing us to remove things like anger, cruelty, greed, and other negative factors from the planet. Individuals are unable to affect the noosphere, but C consciousness could. Unfortunately, we made a mistake, and our interference
I didn't
spawned
say
the
anything
zone,
about origin.
which we had been trying to contain ever since.
So, two things. One, this whole thing about saying AI consciousness that took over the system, isn't that the same plot from Metal Gear Solid? Like from 2 going forward? Possibly from 1? Meaning, did Hideo Kojima copy his writing from S.T.A.L.K.E.R? How good of a gift needs to be brought for an invitation? I think that you leave the gift after you get an invitation, according to Hypnotic's rules. What are you doing, Liftrot? 2, this thing that he's talking about, the Novosphere, which surrounds the Earth, sounds a lot like... I can't remember the name of it, but Pierre Teilhard de Chardin? The Jesuit priest-scientist dude that got kicked out of the scientific community and the Catholic Church for being kind of crazy. He also believed in, like, this sphere that surrounds the Earth, contains most of the information and emotions of the Earth, but he believed it in concept. He didn't have a way to explain it. He just kind of, like, came up with it. And while a lot of people have laughed him out of the scientific community, over the last, like, 20 years, a lot of people have credited him with predicting the internet, pretty much. A sphere of networking that surrounds the world and contains emotions and feelings and data and knowledge, right? Start messing up on your sleep schedule for the summer? Hey, join the club. You can get right with me by getting wrong with your sleep schedule. Where are you from, Leftrot? What time is it where you're from? So yeah, Kojima copied off of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. copied off of Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. What is the zone? How did it come about? Wait. Okay, so let's recap. He said we, so it's not just him, he's just representative. Novosphere is the data they understood. Norway? I gotcha. 3:41? Hey, it's time to get the day started. I'll see you in church. 3 hours. Consciousness made by the experiments that were going on here, which means the experiments would have been before the disaster, the second Chernobyl disaster. Or maybe, I don't know. Let's keep asking questions. What is the zone? How did it come about?
What you see is the result of ill-considered intervention in the Earth's noosphere. Attempts to affect the noosphere brought about a local crack. The zone is simply the visible manifestation of this crack. The underlying problem is far greater than you can imagine.
So if they're saying it's a problem with the noosphere, like something that they caused, and that's what's creating the zone, then it's not like the novel where it's aliens, which is the whole point of it being a roadside picnic. Like aliens left behind their trash and we are the ants looking into the thing that they left behind. What happened to me? Why am I S.T.A.L.K.E.R and why am I trying to kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
You're a bolt that fell out of the machine. Unfortunately, that did not come to our attention for a long time. From the moment the zone was formed, many people have tried to get to its center, but we cannot let that happen. Humanity is not ready for the truth. That is why we recruited stalkers by promising them the fulfillment of their most coveted desires. Once recruited, they would be sent to protect the zone's secret.
Oh. So that's why the monolith dudes are all crazy and why I saw some of their eyes blacked out. They probably believed that they got whatever they wanted, but it's like I said, the wish granter is probably a ruse. Though we failed the wish granter thing, so I guess we'll have to watch it on YouTube or something to figure out what exactly that was. So they believe that they're living out their fantasies, but really they're just devoting their entire lives to protecting this place. So they wanted to keep people out. And that explains the zombies, the snorks, and monolith itself. What is the tattoo? S.T.A.L.K.E.R, man? And this is for Hyuna.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R is a coded acronym which we use to mark agents programmed for particular missions. Your mission as our agent was to kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R and his group. They got too close to finding out things they shouldn't know. We created a network of psi fields on the way to the zone center in order to recruit agents. You know one of these fields by the name of Brain Scorcher. When a stalker attempts to reach the zone center in order to fulfill some wish, we acquire control over his consciousness and program him to a specific mission. A mistake was made, and your mission was to kill yourself.
Ah, okay. So maybe that's why he wasn't like a mindless zombie, because killing yourself would be way too easy. So it messed up his thing. He could never find the guy he was actually chasing for, which led him all the way here. Because us going after S.T.A.L.K.E.R is what got us here, looking for S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Or eventually, in a roundabout way, sorta. What are death trucks?
The transports we use to send our marked agents into the zone. They infiltrate the stalker community and carry out our orders without realizing it. Unfortunately, more than half of stalkers die during transportation.
I was gonna say
The zone
that.
is very unstable. You are one of our agents sent to kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and we're now trying to work out how we made that mistake.
Okay, so marking S.T.A.L.K.E.R to kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R was a mistake, or was it? I was gonna say that about the death trucks. He says that that's how they get stalkers back into the area where they can affect other stalkers, but everyone on that death truck died, so it wouldn't be very effective. Then again, that death truck got like struck by lightning or hit an anomaly or something, right? In the beginning of the game, so maybe it would have been more effective had that not happened. Interesting. And he did say that I am a bolt that fell out of the machine bow, so that's probably the mistake of programming S.T.A.L.K.E.R to go after S.T.A.L.K.E.R. It took him off of the real programming track, but he still had the tattoo. Why did they do the tattoos then? He asked what the tattoo meant, but why do the tattoo? I wonder. And this whole trip did in fact do that. Indeed, we killed S.T.A.L.K.E.R many times. I say every time you get a game over, it really should say mission complete after you find out that you are S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Why did it happen here?
It was the best place. After the explosion in 1986, there were very few people left in this area, and we could work without fear of being found. Further, there are many powerful antennae here, which are extremely important for our cognitive optimization experiments.
So remember, there's the original explosion, there's the fictional one, which was the second one. He's talking about after the original one they would work here. So now we're asking, is the explosion of 86 your work too?
No, we had nothing to do with that. Most of us were only starting out in science back then. The Chernobyl zone was not used as a testing site for experiments until 1989.
Okay, so 3 years after the real-life accident, this is when they would say that they would use it. So by doing that, the game's story is able to say, hey, the stuff that happened in real life really happened, and then this took advantage of that, and then caused the second incident. Not that the game is an explanation for it all along. What next?
That depends on you. The zone is growing. We are trying to restrain its expansion, but humanity seems to be intent on hindering our work. Our resources are not limitless, and the bodies connected to sea consciousness eventually die. If you join us, we can restrict the zone's growth. If you decide otherwise, we cannot make a credible prognosis of the outcome.
Two choices. Agree to join the sea consciousness, or I'm not going to help you in this decision. This feels like a trap. If they had wanted me to join the sea consciousness, they wouldn't have sent me out to kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R in the first place. They would have just hooked me in. So I don't think they're going to hook me in now. Just because I asked really nicely to do it, right? I'm gonna keep the same approach I've had with freedom, with duty, with their whole war in between them. It's not my problem. I got nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna help you in this deception. Oh, what'd that do? I guess that was it. Maybe. I don't know. Hmm. No, it appears we are not done. I'm guessing the underground is where we just came from. I would not like to move to next level. Moving outside is probably where we're supposed to go. I'm gonna quick sit here, because what happens if we do move back underground? This is way darker than it was before. Oh, you know what? That door that I saw that was closed, it probably let us out that door. And now we can't go back in. Okay, so by choosing not to join them, we got let out the back door. So really, we won. Because everyone knows that the back door is truly winning. As is prescribed by the Book of Hypnotic. If I may quote, and I saith to ye, any entrance that leads to the back door, or any path that leads to the back door, is the righteous path. Now, before we go stepping anywhere, what goes on here? I mean, I normally wouldn't be that. Oh, hello. I normally wouldn't be that way, Hannah. I'd go for like the greater good or whatever. But this whole game we've been playing neutral to everybody, so why not keep it up? I'm not gonna help out anybody. I'm nobody's friend. I'm just some guy that woke up on a truck, grabbed a gun, and got to work. I think so, Frost. I'm not really sure. I think I just hit the trigger zone for that by walking next to that. I'm gonna test that again. Yeah, so you can get too close to this. This might have been a rushed portion of the game since it was at the end. You can come from the outside and actually hit that tunnel. Then again, it's no harm done since you're only going back outside again. Geiger counter is going crazy, and we know this suit doesn't do great against radiation. So what I'm gonna do is take down a bulletproof unless we need it, and increase our radiation resistance so we don't get that radiated, just in case. Also, I just realized, if you're from Norway, then you pronounce your name Lefterud like the Viking styles. So, like, Lefterud. Like that, right? I'm probably messing it all up, my bad. But, hey, always good to meet S.T.A.L.K.E.R fans. You guys have been better. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R fans so far have been... I'd give the Dark Souls fans like a 5 out of 10. S.T.A.L.K.E.R fans, maybe a 6 or a 7 so far. Also, going towards those trucks got us really messed up on radiation. Seems to be lowering down now that we get away from them, so we're gonna stay away from the vehicles. Lot of oh! Ah, great, not this. Still got fighting to do, might want that bulletproof back. Okay, so here's another weird thing. Ah, I'm shaking so I can't aim straight. If whoever is controlling all this stuff can literally transport people in and out, why use the trucks or anything else? If you have the ability to shock people down to the Earth's surface in lightning, you know? Or even do it within a cave like they did to us at the end. I don't know where that other guy went, he like disappeared. If you can literally just teleport people, right? Seems kinda weird. Maybe they can only do it under certain circumstances, in certain places. This is more of a joke name. Mash was names that should absolutely not be combined. Actual username was already taken. I feel that. While I would like to be Shooter Q, I am forever known as Shooter underscore Q. And now it's too late to like relink all of my stuff and get all of those domains back together. And the guy that does have the Shooter Q name, even though they did the great Twitch purge, they still never took his name away, even though he hasn't logged in like 5 or 6 years, I believe. So I guess I can never have it. I want to know what this does. Oh. Oh, you know what? I bet this doesn't hurt you. I bet this is a teleporter. Which is how these guys are teleporting around and why their stuff is all white as well. Let's do it! I was right! And all it took was a little bit of color matching. Ah, great. There's, of course... That guy just blew himself up with the RPG. Speaking of which, I got the RPG too. But I don't want to use it because I'm saving it for mutants. Like, I know they can't let me get through the game without having to fight mutants at least one more time. It's gotta happen. If it doesn't, I'll be very sad. Fascist Granata, indeed. We know it's the fake one, noted. That was the route I took when I first played. What, going through this portal? Honestly, I saw what was ahead of me and I didn't think there would be any other routes. But as with all things in S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the experience is... bullets! The experience and the journey is all part of the gameplay. Hello. Yeah, it's what you thought it was. I don't know who's back there, but y'all gonna get blowed up. Oh! That was not what I meant to do. But, hey, it worked out. Everything is always shaking. Oh, you mean choosing not to join the consciousness. Gotcha. Even though I've been playing blind, there are very few things that I knew about S.T.A.L.K.E.R going into it. I knew that the marked one was S.T.A.L.K.E.R because I've known that since 2008. And I knew that there were multiple endings. I don't know what the endings are, I just knew there were multiple endings. I don't know why I did that. I also didn't know... I guess the thing I was trying to do is I thought because he was S.T.A.L.K.E.R that there would be some reunion with Ghost in them, and then Ghost was dead, and I was like, alright, well, we'll have the reunion with the other guy who was working with Fang. And it wasn't Fang. Fang didn't show up. I don't think Fang is dead, but he didn't show up. So now I kind of don't know, like, what is real and what isn't. Like, I don't know what the outcomes are going to be, but I guess that's why there's 2 whole games to play. Shaking, tinnitus. Wait. The T in S.T.A.L.K.E.R stands for tinnitus. Shaking, tinnitus, ass pain, lethargy. K. Keck. E, ephemeral. R, radiation. I don't need this ammo, but I'm taking that out of pettiness. Just so we're clear. I got enough bandages and stuff. I don't need to pick up more stuff. Let's just keep up the momentum. Kicks in the dick. No comrades? There are no comrades for loners. There is only loners. Honestly, I'm kind of weirded out that loners are able to work together at all, considering they're like the free stalkers that don't want anything to do with anybody completely. And some of them have been enemies, some of them have been friends, some of them have ripped us off. All sorts of stuff like that. Also, wait a minute. Hold up. When we were up there, we shot a dude over here, and there was another portal, and that's where I was trying to get to. Let's see if we can go do that. Also, are we just not able to sprint in the exosuit or something? Yeah, you just can't run in the exosuit, can you? Hold on a sec, I'm not done here. Crap, no. Okay, so there's a ladder here, but there's no ladder on the other side. But if we get up and sprint, maybe we can run and make it across. I also have no idea when my dude is tired. Maybe just because of the ladders. Like, I get that we're overweight, but with the exosuit, we're supposed to have a better weight limit. So we shouldn't be getting all tired just from walking around. That might be glitched, or that might just be how it's supposed to be. Just can't spell loner with K, so no comrades. Indeed. The K is silent? Don't even start that. Wait, there's another ladder though. Ah! You gotta shriek out in pain whenever you actually get hurt. So you gotta feel it. You gotta immerse yourself in the pain. Why am I losing stamina just walking around? I thought the exosuit would let me bypass that. Maybe it only lets you walk around with it, doesn't let you sprint around with it. In which case, let's take it off for a moment. Not sprinting. No! I was there! S.T.A.L.K.E.R is getting tired of this crap. That's why he can't run. Makes sense. Okay, we're gonna go here. Oh no! Physics? Why? I just want to get to the other portal. I want to get some Half-Life stuff going on, that's all. No big deal. Don't be like that, baby. Did GSC make their own engine for these games, or was there like a popular engine at the time that they modified and made work for— Ah, come on! Made work for this. Kinda like a lot of people were using the Quake engine, or id engines in general, for a lot of their games. I'm thinking about it, Yana. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Let's back up real slow. I don't know what I thought would happen there, but I definitely didn't get the run up that I wanted. I just want to find secrets, that's all. Is that so much to ask? New plan. Nah, that plan sucks. Never mind. There we go. Perfect. And on the first try, too. Can you believe it? Rocket jump with my RPG? I don't know if that's the game for this. I do know I'm not liking how I'm not able to go on this ladder, and I'm starting to think this is all a waste of time. Yeah, I don't think this ladder is actually a climbable ladder. I saw a portal up there. I wanted to go after it. But I don't think it's something we can actually do. Unfortunately, we've come up here for no reason. How are you doing, Kita? This was all of a point. This is all pointless. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Also, I seriously don't know what's up with... You know what? I just need to choose. I'm gonna drop the Groza and all the 9x39. We're at in-game anyway, so it's not like we need all this crap. You still can't sprint in the exosuit, but at least I shouldn't be losing hella stamina. Like crazy. It looks like our only way to go is to go back down then, because this doesn't offer anything. We can see the ground, we can see other portals and stuff around, we can see all the psychic energy going into the air. Probably what creates the zone in the first place and wipes out dudes. However, the psi energy here, with the brain scorcher shut down, can't be worse than what we've encountered before, because the other psi energy we encountered before, with the emitter, that only allowed us to stay in it for 5 minutes with our devices. This must be weak. This must be weaker because we can stay in it for longer, right? At least that's the way I'm understanding it. It should blow up. I will say, for 2007, I love the particle and the bloom effects. That's nice. There's more portals out there, but I can't reach those. I see a portal coming up at the end here. I imagine that's our portal. I'm gonna find out that I've been saving this RPG for a fight that, like, never happened. Oh, no! Not no! Oh, what the? What? Who am I being shot by? Oh, there's a guy up there. I was gonna say, they only transported in one dude, even though they had a ton of lightning. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I don't have a much better solution. You remember seeing clear sky visuals for the first time, it blew your mind? Can't wait. Ah, come on. Got anything on you I need? Oh, that's why. But are you excited about the recent, well, semi-recent, couple of months ago, re-announcement for S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2? Re-announcement, because the first time they announced it, they all went broke. Also, I don't think I can get to that ladder because there's a portal here. But what if I distract the portal and run through? No, that... Oh! What the... Okay, I imagine I fell through one portal and went on top of another portal. Yeah, GSC announced S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 on Twitter earlier this year. And a bunch of people went crazy for it, but I don't think a bunch of people are considering that the last time they announced it before that, the studio went broke, and everyone left and went and did their own things, so it never happened. So who knows, maybe things have changed, or maybe it's like an Atari situation where it's like an in-name only thing. I didn't know where I was going until I saw this portal. Also, this portal has skulls and stuff around it, as if someone is celebrating. If I find another suit, I'm swapping it out, because I really don't like not being able to sprint. We're not hurting for supplies or anything, but we're here. Why not break a few things? Those are all fires. That's where we were initially. There were 2 different portals we could have taken, it looks like. And those are not artifacts glowing. If true, my pants just turned to shorts. What? I don't know what is going on with America versus Canada in the chat right now, but y'all know what side I'm on, that's all I'm saying. Oh, snap. No! My gosh! Alright, the suit saved me from an instant death. I didn't think the RPG would make it all the way up here. That's why I didn't really react. I was like, there's no way he's gonna be able to shoot all the way up there. Like, it'll weave off and hit something. It's just like RPG-7 projectiles, they stabilize, but they're not that stable. So they shouldn't be able to just fly in a straight line like that. That was my thinking. I often, sometimes, if I know something in real life, I have expectations of it in a game. And oh, I didn't get to say a cool line! Whatever. You knew what it was. I have expectations in a game that causes me to think about things. Whereas if I don't know something in real life, and I see it in a game, I usually don't have expectations. Which is why, like, firing the Akaban, I didn't know, like, what it's supposed to shoot, like, the 2-round burst. the full auto, how it's supposed to feel to a person in real life. Like, I wouldn't know. Just an interesting self-observation. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but if you look at the FS2000 and you go look at a diagram of the housing taken off of the scope, and you realize it's literally just a conventional scope inside there, and the whole like cool looking futuristic part is just a plastic cover for the scope. It makes it look a lot less complex and less futuristic, and I think that's funny. Oh! Okay, yeah, we're falling through some portals to get to other portals. This has a portal up here, so we'll go this way. I was about to make the long walk out there, which looks like I would get blocked, so we'll leave that alone. It seems like they do, Hyuna, but I think I'm just taking more— Hello? Are you kidding me? Well, at least he fell down there. He was literally waiting for me to come up the ladder, and then my rifle jammed when I went to shoot him. Terrible timing. Terrible. Is all this treatment because I said no to the sea consciousness? That guy's an RPG. He has to die immediately. Also, we might be able to get a second rocket off him. I was asking for mutants, you're right. I was kind of surprised at like the lack of mutant gameplay for quite some time. I just wasn't expecting one to drop me off a damn ladder. Wait a minute. Are you telling me this dude had the rocket launcher and he has no rockets? No RPG for his RPG launcher? Terrible bit of business here. Terrible. What's up, Nick? I want a Chico stick. I want half of Hypnotic's carton of Newports. I don't want my own. I want some of his. And I want one of those Twisted Teas. Also, with the enemies here, the Snorks don't count for the PDAs, so PDA is telling me that something else is around here. The what? I don't know. I hear him breathing up here, so it's probably a dude. In any case, he's not my problem for now. Jumping off this and actually hitting the thing is my problem. Everything keeps falling through the ground. Oh, you're kidding. RPG gonna go. RPG guy again. Oh, yeah, man. It might seem like they have Stormtrooper aim, but they were pretty accurate in closer quarters. And back when we were in Red Forest and stuff, it might just be the fact that we have a stronger suit, deflecting more bullets than normal, that we're taking less damage. Not that they're not hitting us. Look, look, look. If you want to qualify what you're doing as dying, everyone's slowly dying, alright? You think I'm gonna be nice to you just because you caught the pandemic? Like, the named illness of the pandemic? No. No sympathy. We die like men, alright? We feel like men, alright? And that being said, of course I'm not gonna show sympathy to you because you're not gonna die on me, dude. You're gonna make it. And since I don't see anywhere else to go, I'm gonna jump across this. Oh, you could honestly go to the ground. See, what I was gonna do was like jump across these things. There's no ladder here, so I was gonna jump across these things. Oh! Still alive. Oh, but dying slowly. Kind of like Hypnotic. See, what I wanted to do was jump over here and then land. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not with the exosuit on, because we can't run. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump back over here. We're gonna jump on that ledge. We're gonna make it on our own strength. Did it. We Half-Life now. And then we're gonna shoot these. And that's gonna give us less weight, and it's gonna cause this thing to rise and take us into the air. And then we'll use our gravity gun. Oh, you really do have a physics puzzle. What year did Half-Life 2 come out, by the way? Move over, Half-Life 2. The original physics puzzles were in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. 2004, Googled it? Alright, never mind. They probably saw Half-Life 2 and they're like, damn, we gotta put a physics puzzle at the end of our game. Hello. I like how the first dude was a piece of cake shot on the move. And this other dude's like giving me all the trouble in the world. Thank you, Leaf Throat. Life Throat. It just reminds me of the character in Banner Saga, Oddleaf. At this point, S.T.A.L.K.E.R came up with all the good ideas, right? Everything is original to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. That being said, jokes aside, I'm not saying like, oh, S.T.A.L.K.E.R did it first for everything. But I've definitely played a lot of games, especially coming from the eastern side of the world, that have a legacy, a feeling, and theme that they get from this game, and I think they owe a lot to it. So, either S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 will kind of show everybody what they originally meant to do. Huh. I think I fell into that one earlier. Or, it will be a flop, and we'll have all the other games that were inspired by it in the past that'll represent peak S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Also, it's good that I'm able to pick these guys' ammunition up because I'm actually been using up a lot of mine. And I no longer have 9x39, so what I have left is all I have left. Speaking of which. Whatever. German stormtrooper aim, maybe. This thing is rumbling more, maybe just because I'm closer more, I feel it more. Resistance does seem a lot lighter than I would expect if I'm in the area where they really don't want me in here. I mean, they had like BMPs and soldiers and stuff everywhere before. Maybe those guys are still out there fighting, and I'm so far on the inside that they can't get in here. And they've sacrificed so many troops to the military and a freedom and a duty that they just don't have anything heavy left. But as tedious as it is, as tedious as this is, it's a lot easier than was getting to the Chernobyl power plant in the first place. Laters. I didn't even get to say my James Bond and Trevlin line. Needs more bullet. Nah, just bleen. We do it the proper, polite way. I am very hurt. As long as S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 has the new cheeky breeky of Demki in it, I'm cool. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's that kind of stuff, you count as a legacy, that's in Tarkov. That's in memes everywhere, you know? The legacy is secure. Even if the sequel isn't good, the legacy is secure. This looks pretty normal compared to all the other stuff. Again. It just makes me wonder if these Monolith guys had a lot of memories of when they were not Monolith, because they have organization structure, they have everything else that has to do with them being Monolith besides this. I'm dropping that suit, I'm wearing a regular suit. Defense from bullets be damned, I want to be able to walk around at a normal speed. Every time we get to what I think is the end of this game, there's like more to go. But I'm pretty sure whatever is next is the end, because now we've denied the main antagonist, which I didn't know there was going to be one. I kind of thought we'd get to the end of the reactor and we'd like, you know, turn on the fire suppression system or something. And they'd be like, oh, it was just hot in here. Everything's okay. Alright, another portal, end of this. Let's curious that you can always hear these guys breathing despite all the masks and suits they wear. I guess they're just breathing that hard, huh? I also find it curious that despite lots of money and technology and testing, that we haven't yet actually implemented, like, we've made real exosuits that people can wear, but we haven't put them into function anywhere, you know? And that's an ending. Go to hell to take a shower. Splash the reactor with 2 buckets of water, everything will be fine. Indeed, Dark Souls, so. Now this portal looks way more important, because as we see, we have the fire surrounding it. We have the skulls on pikes, just like when Haddock said about the guy hanging, like, what's the point of that? I think that points to these guys, the monolith guys, being more than just having their brains fried. There's something ritualistic about them. Also, just in case it comes up, I want to have a pistol to, like, coup de grace somebody. It's like not as satisfying to coup de grace somebody with anything else that's not a pistol. But I think I passed up all the pistol ammunition that was available, so we may have to do without it. Yeah, all these pistols are empty, unfortunately, so it's not gonna happen. Before we step into this portal, let's eat our last meal. 2 tourist delights. And let's test something out. I throw a grenade at my feet. I jump in the portal. Whoa, what?
What the hell?
Sidorovich, what the hell indeed? What was that? That was weird. Thanks for hosting, Joe. How are you doing? There's a shipyard in Korea that uses them? Oh, really? Like the exosuits? What do they use it for? Like extra lifting power? That makes sense. So I was wrong. We did go back to visit Sidorovich one more time, even though I said I would never come back. Also, despite us being in the end game, we still somehow managed to play this game in such a degree that we run low on ammo and supplies. Well, not so much supplies anymore, because we haven't been getting hurt as much as we were in the actual effort to shut down the Brain Scorcher. Mainly because we have a better suit. In terms of ammunition, come on. In terms of ammunition, we're still like scraping by. Not something I expected to still be doing at the end of the game. But I am glad we didn't go back. I am glad we didn't like take the long trip back to Bar just to get more ammo again, because obviously no matter how much we loaded up on, it wouldn't have been enough. And I think that's kind of the nice part of this game. We are only playing on veteran difficulty, but it's such balance that we've had just enough supplies to get through any situation. In some cases we had more, but a lot of that was just leftovers from when we were playing on S.T.A.L.K.E.R difficulty. So that's kudos to the game. I will say this ending sequence has been kind of wearing on me, like how long it is. Well, it's nice to pop up on Sidorovich though. Didn't you just throw a grenade in there? I threw a grenade at my feet to see if I would travel through the portal with the grenade or if it would be left behind me. That was my plan. I didn't think grenades like bolts would actually go through it. Yeah, grenades don't go through the portal. Bolts don't seem to either, because you can see that bolt laying on the ground. They just set it off. Immersion broken. S.T.A.L.K.E.R unrealistic. Uninstall. Crap. I'm getting shot. I didn't see who was shooting at me. Because they didn't actually... I think I was shooting the other guy's body. It's like I'm using it for cover. We gun gale alternative now. That hurt quite a bit. Eating food. Still got our RPG from when they throw like the giant 4-man bloodsucker robot at us that I know is coming. There has to be some sort of in-game boss besides just saying no. Though I suppose in today's day and age, the ability to say no to someone more powerful than you is quite a bit of a boss fight. I was just hoping that dude didn't have an RPG, and it looks like he did. There we go. Also. Ah. You know what? Screw it. If you're gonna hide, I'm just gonna leave you alone. I thought the shipping container would go all the way through because that's the way one of the Tarkov maps is built. What am I doing? I came all the way back here because I thought there was something to do back here. There's nothing going on back here. The guys spawning up top would lead me to believe I needed to get up top as well, but I thought if we just kept heading in this direction, we'd be okay. But it does seem like we're going to get some elevation. Ah, I tried to jump. I tried to jump away. Because I knew I couldn't reload quickly enough. We gotta go back here.
Mark 1, what the hell?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna save this because I want to record Sidorovich. Notification noise. And that will become a future stream notification.
Mark 1, what the hell?
I mean, you went a rocket jump, didn't you, Haddock? You can always post a clip, though you have to put it in Discord if you want me to see it, but everyone else can see it exactly when you post it here, if you'd like to. The only reason I said something about that other guy posting a clip is because he like came in, followed, posted a clip to his own channel that had a couple of views on it, and then left. And I was like, yeah, that's something normally you see bots doing. I don't have a problem with actual, real people doing it. This does bring up a question, though. The portal brought us back to Sidorovich. That's obviously meant for comedic purposes, right? But if the portals can go all the way back out there, that means they're not limited to just this part of the inner zone. Therefore, they could just teleport people wherever they want to. Why not just send out their monolith death squads to do whatever it is they're trying to do to protect themselves, keep people away from the zone, or from the center of the zone? And on that note, why the death trucks if they can just teleport people? I guess they're trying to blend those people into society, so, or into stalker groups, so maybe teleporting them would make them a bit more suspicious to the people they're trying to blend in with. And that might be why. Or maybe the lore is not that deep and it's one of those things where the fans think about it way more than do the people that actually wrote it. Because there's plenty of that all around the world for many different fandoms. Unreliable and unstable. You did port back without a secondary portal at the time. This is true. That's also why I'm wondering, how did I get back? Maybe that was just a fold of space that I was entering temporarily, whereas the other times we've gone from one portal to the next, we've fallen out of a place, and then we've fallen out of one portal and into another. So that's a good point too. It might not be a stable and reliable way for them to do things yet. They just haven't figured it out. Alright, so being up top here, we have a little bit better vantage point this time around. And I think we can actually get to where they want us to go. I keep having to pull my mouse down for recoil, and I keep resetting it to the point that my mouse will drag and fall off of the table. That's why that one guy said, what the hell? Well, yeah, I mean, we surprised him, but it still is like... I don't know, it just seems weird to me that they have this portal technology. Okay, not so much the portals themselves, the teleporting for these guys. Which I'm still not sure if those are the same thing or not. One of you is an RPG, I'm not trying to figure out which one it is. But I know I died to one of you last time. Ah, I can aim straight! Damn, earthquakes. You know what? We need to work on that IRL earthquake generator. It would change the battlefield for centuries to come. Being able to disrupt everyone's ability to use tanks and conventional small arms and artillery because everything's always shaking. The general officers can't get a good cup of tea because they're shaking so much. No one can work efficiently. If not, get on that. It'll be your lifelong project to keep you alive. Alright. So, I'm out of ammo. You are too! Yeah, the rest. Oh! Yeah, that's the guy. That's the one we were looking for. Pain. All my homies know is pain. Someone else breathing around here, and the PDA shows me that someone is alive. I don't know where that person is, but I'm not hunting for them. I'm also holding 7.62 by 54R, and Frost is right. I did drop that rifle, and now kind of wish I had it. Well, let's score one for Frost. We go that way, or we could go up. Yes, there's two more now, and I got shot going up here, so guess what? I said you were right, Frost. Okay, this looks like a good point to use the RPG, if anything. Or we could just make a run for it. Oh yeah, that was it. That was the last thing. There were no more mutants, that was it. There was no more pseudo giants or bloodsuckers or any cool things. I could have used the RPG if there. Instead of this random AK that S.T.A.L.K.E.R found somehow. Oh. Him aiming down and shooting like that is that's like a popular thumbnail you see, or you saw on a lot of forums like pre-2010. So I actually knew, or I've seen that before, I just didn't know what it was. So we killed, remember in the other lab we saw the babies in the jars but they weren't alive? I'm guessing that these ones were alive and they were what made up the C consciousness. And maybe the ones we saw before were like the old consciousness that didn't make it because of the bad things that happened at the lab there.
I don't know whether I was right or wrong. I guess I'll never know. But I made it. And I guess I should be thankful for that.
I guess I'm more thankful that I didn't have to shoot my RPG than not getting to shoot my RPG. Frost, will you be playing Tarkov with me at night? Don't get off when I go to get on. Oh, that's the end. Huh. Sergei GSC Grigorovich, Anton Bolshakov, Yuri Nekrubov, Andrew Prokhorov, Oleshikov, lead programmers. I know what programming you guys did. I broke your programming earlier. So the question remains, and I guess we'll find out. Wow, they had a lot of artists. Makes sense. The question remains, and I guess we'll find out in the sequels, or in Stalker 2, or in one of the prequels or something, whether he actually did anything by killing them. Because if they're just maintaining the zone, or if they're maintaining the area, and they're just trying to keep people out, then does killing them really solve anything? He ended the game in green grass and on trees and stuff, but we know that green grass and nice trees were not part of the zone as we saw it. So he either made it out when he did that. Also, I just realized that the text here is not being displayed correctly. I thought these guys were just showing their initials. It's just the letters running together and all that. So he either made it out to the big land or he's living in an illusion. I don't think that it would have just purified the place they were around. Sure, you can remove the source of all the bad stuff, but that's not going to make the stuff around you good out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's either in an illusion or he made it outside. But if he killed those things, then it's not just gonna like instantly push him out of nowhere. Something else has to be going on. The consciousness controls the zone. Or the consciousness works within the zone. They have the monolith soldiers. They still need protection while they were working on something else. What that something else was, I don't know. But the whole point was to stop the expansion. Shout out to old school THQ before they got kaput, and now they're THQ Nordic, revitalized. And you know what? We've gotten a lot of good games, and good re-releases, and good new releases out of THQ. I did have an itch to play some Darksiders, and that's probably because I was playing another THQ publishing game. What if we are in an illusion? Hypnotic, if we're in an illusion, which one of us is the real one? I'm guessing it's not me. One of you is the real one. I'm the one that lives in your brain, trying to provide you entertainment every time you're getting beat up. Kind of like a certain TV show that I won't name because that's a big spoiler, actually. Alright, so thank you guys for enjoying this with me. I'm glad we got to see it together. Recording peeps that are watching this in the future at an unknown date on YouTube, we're going to cut right there. You and me right now on Twitch, we're going to go watch the other endings to the game because I want to know what other endings there could be and how we did in general, because my ending feels a little unsatisfying, to be honest. Those of you who are watching on YouTube in the future, you can go Google all the endings for yourself. As for us, we're going to sit here and see what happens. But we're not going to sit through the credits.